All right, gang, welcome back. Tactical TEMU is back at it again. All items are going to be under $25. I'm going to see if it's a fool's choice or a cool choice. Let's see what we've got. Let's get into it. Cool. First item we've got up here are flexi cups. So these were really cheap. They're only $3.58. You can do the conversions. They came with two sets, one preloaded in the white color and the other apart in black. As you can see, you just feed them through. So this one should go there, yeah, and we get one click and we go around and get another click and they're ready for use. They're a bit small, so them being undone is kind of helpful, but trying to get a hand through there, yeah, it's a little tight. I do have a proper set here. They're a little bit larger, the loops. The block's a little bit more robust. For your reference, we'll put a few photos comparison so you can see the differences, but at a pinch, these would actually be pretty tactical. They actually work. They do what they need to do. They do the thing. All right, cool. Let's see what else we've got. We have got, yes, this. People use these for hotel security. It's one of those metal locks for the door. There's a few different variations. This one is just a small aluminium. Put some pictures up and you lock out the part that you need on the door. Seems like decent metal enough, but I think in the actual door it's quite flimsy. I tested it out and really it would just be a bit of an early warning device. It's not going to keep anyone out of the room at all. It's a bit of a TACTIFOOL choice. I would definitely save yourself the $5 that they're wanting for this. Cool. Next item in the vein of hotel security and personal security, we have this little guy. So this is a metal block that stops sliding doors. So it loosens off and tightens up. Essentially, it's just a little clamp for a door to block it. I actually tested this out and it worked really good. It does actually block a sliding door. I actually think this is tactical, and if you're at a hotel and you're worried about those Spider-Man burglars coming off the balcony, this would be your go-to choice. We've got one more in the realm of personal security. It's a door stop with an alarm in it. We'll open this up and have a bit of a look. Cool. So got a little actuator there, so when the door goes up. We've also got the sensitivity levels, so it can be high sensitivity, medium, and low. So just depending on how much pressure you want on that pressure plate for it to activate, and it has an on-off button at the back. Having a look, it takes a 9-volt battery. Well, if we wait for movie magic, I'll have one in one moment. We will put up some footage of us testing this out and seeing how it goes. As you'll probably be able to see here, it is quite loud, it's quite effective. Really rate this, and it is only going for the low price of $4.84. So essentially, it's cheaper and more worth it than the other items. This tactical choice, really like it. Light as well. The next thing we have, just a few little tidbits. They're nothing too crazy. It's just things that everyone in the tactical sphere uses. So MOLLIE tabs, so people use them to harness tourniquets onto belts, feed hydration hoses through their stuff, all that kind of stuff. These are really cheap. They only go for $2 and it was for a set of 4. Well worth it. The other part that we do have here is these little clips, these G clips. They're quite handy too. They can go on your belt. MOLLIE, they're good for like gloves, all that kind of stuff. Very handy. They all go for about $4 and they normally come in packs of 2 or 3. I've seen them at the camping stores and tactical stores and they're selling them for 3 times the price for like 1. Or the same price that you would get 4 for, you'll get 1 for. Sweet. The next one we've got is this little tactical item here. So what is it, you ask? I've seen it on many movies like SWAT and all that kind of stuff. It's an endoscope. All it does is wind out, plugs into the back of your phone, has a little light setting there to go on and up. You just download an app via the QR code. It also comes with a few little attachments, so it has a little hook for retrieving things if it's like down a drain, stuff like that. That's what it's designed for. So it has a little hook, a little mirror for seeing around corners that you fix on the side as well, so it gives you better angles, but also in the tactical sense, you can run this under a door around a corner before you actually make entry or commit to that corner. You can see what's there. The video quality is only about 720, no, probably 450, so it does its job, but it's not the world's greatest. But that being said, it only goes for $23, so it's probably well worth it if you're into that kind of thing and you like the idea of having an endoscope that's tactical and easily to maneuver. Cool. On to our second last item here. You've probably seen these before. I have. I didn't really rate them much when I first saw them. Survival cards. So, survival cards, they're metal. They're only $6.25. And each one comes with a different set of tools and accessories that might be handy. They all have a theme. So the common things that I can see here, I'll put some pictures up. So I've got a lot of little mini saws, little mini fish hooks, little mini sinkers and stuff with it, little arrowhead on this one. All in all, I thought they were going to be completely useless. They seem like they could go okay, like they'd have their practicality. I don't think they're the be all and end all, but that being said, for $6.25, I thought you only got one of these cards. I got all 4 of the cards, so I'm going to put it in the tactical space because I got more than what I hoped for and I was willing to pay less for one. So 4 times the fun. All right, now we've got our last item here. The thing with this one is I accidentally ordered this. I didn't mean to. It's meant to be like a kitchen / camping knife and I didn't really want it. I accidentally hit it and by the time I went to go cancel it, it had already been shipped. So I had no choice. So professional kitchen knife. Cool, okay, so it's got a leather sheath and it actually has 2 knives in there. So yay. So this costs $12.48 and has like some bit of a leather pouch, leather snap, and just has a knife with a ring at the end. Has a, yeah, the leather handle is a bit gimmicky, not so great. It's a bit cheap. Eventually this would probably wear out after probably 1 or 2 uses, I dare say, and you would go to making a paracord handle for it. And we'll have a look at the second one. Yeah, it's quite large too. So yeah, pretty versatile for like a kitchen thing. Let's have a look. It doesn't feel that sharp off the bat, so they will probably need sharpening. We'll have a bit of a play. I'll see if we can cut. Oh, I'm mistaken. That's not too bad. All right, we'll check out the big one. Not too bad. It's actually sharper than I thought. Ooh, yes, that is sharp. So the tip's quite sharp, cuts through paper quite easily, so that's the standard kind of testing thing for it to see whether it's got a good edge or not. Actually pretty impressed with these for something that I didn't really want and accidentally ordered. They've turned out quite good. So there's 2 knives. The big takeaway is, yeah, the handle leather is garbage. It's shit. So all in all, if I had to pick a side, I'd probably say it's pretty tactical because these are just some knockaround knives that you would not care about. I might even use them for throwing knives or something like that, just for a bit of a fun thing. And if they break or whatever, you don't really care because they're not they're not expensive. They're very inexpensive and cheap. Cool. So that's all our items that we've got today. Some were tactical, some of the TACTIFOOL choice. Let us know in the comments what you think, and if you have any suggestions on stuff that's actually good that I should be getting, let me know. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.